Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're all fine. My name is Putu Sutraningsih. You can call me Sutra. I'm from 3C class of English Language Education at Ganesha University of Education. Well, today I would like to explain about the use of audiolingual method in teaching foreign language. Okay, before I start, I think you ever hear about audiolingual method, right? Well, now I will explain about the definition of audiolingual method. What is audiolingual method? Audiolingual method is one of teaching foreign language method where the students are made to listen what the teacher speak, then the student repeat after the teacher in order to learn the target language. Audiolingual method is focused in speaking and listening. Spoken is emphasized in this method. So, what the goals of audiolingual method? This method is purposed to enable students to respond quickly and accurately in spoken language. Besides that, this method is also help students to learn grammatical pattern through dialogue and sentences given. So, what is the strategy that is appropriate to teach students in spoken language and also teach students in grammatical pattern? This strategy is for a game which called Say It, Remember It, Write It. This game is suitable for 7th grade students. The material can be taught through this game is simple past tense. In this game, the student is more focused in speaking and listening. This activity also use working in pairs learning strategy where the student will work in pairs during the answer the question given. Well, in the implementation of this activity, the tools and the worksheet that prepared by the teacher form a worksheet that containing 10 simple past tense sentences, where each sentences there are a missing verb. So student will have to fill the gap. Well, it is the examples of worksheet that will be used in this activity.
Well, in the worksheet, the student fill the blank in the sentences according to what the teacher said, and student fill the blank use of verb to as a simple past tense based on what the teacher said previously.
Well, that's all about the tools and the worksheet that will be used in this activity. So now I will explain about the step in this activity. In this activity, there are 6 steps that will be used in the practice. The first step is the teacher should provide a comfortable place for students to take part in the lesson. It is important to keep away the place from loud noise. This activity is focusing on speaking and listening. So the student should provide a quiet place or quiet room. Therefore, this activity can run as well as expected. The second step is the teacher share the worksheet to students. One worksheet is for 2 students. Then the teacher asks the student write their identity as usual, like write down their name and their class. After that, the teacher explain the rules and the procedure of the activity. The third step is the teacher read the same sentence to all students with clear pronunciation and spelling and with different pause. After the teacher read, then the student repeat the sentence that's spoken by the teacher before. After the student memorize one sentence both spelling and pronunciation, then the student in pairs with their classmate fill out the worksheet. A student fill out the worksheet with the correct answer based on the sentence that's spoken by the teacher previously. The fifth step is the student do the same activity as before for the next 9 questions. The last step is after the student fill out all of the sentences in the worksheet, Then the student individually read the sentence that have been written according to a correct pronunciation based on the teacher spoken previously. Well, that's all about step in this activity. I think it is easy, right? And I hope you can understand about my explanation. And now I will explain about what the strength and the limitation in this activity. The strength of this game is the first, the student can share ideas and also can give argument each other in solving problem while answer the question given. The second is the student can build relationship with their classmates and also can interact with each other. For the third is by playing this game repeatedly, the student will be able to pronounce the sentence with correct and accurate pronunciation, and also the student can remember the spelling of the spoken sentence. Well, that's all the strength from this activity, and now I will tell you what is the limitation of this activity. So, what the limitation of this activity? The limitation of this game are: number one, in this game that usually only one student who dominates and only one student is working, while the other student are not participate in answer the question. Number two is this game is not suitable for the smart student because a smart student tends feel bored in playing game repeated. Well, that's all about the limitation of this game. But don't worry, I will give some advices related to solving the limitation. The first advice is, if the student do not do their assignment, the teacher can ask the student about what the problem they face, and if the student do not understand the material, the teacher can re-explain and give the example repeatedly until the student understand it. For the second advice is, if student feel bored during playing the game, the teacher can combine this game by giving challenge or giving tests, and maybe it can arouse student motivation in learning. Well, that's all about the use of audio-lingual method in teaching foreign language, which is practice through say it, remember it, write it game. And I hope this game have a good impact, especially for students, and also useful for the teacher in teaching foreign language. Thank you for the time, thank you for your attention, see you for the next video, and have a great day. Thank you.